Goodluck Jonathan, politics for Naija na betrayal. Untold story about 2015 election. This na Synod Media, the channel wherein they report the news and they make am simple for everybody to understand. We dey thank all of una when they view us steadily. Abeg subscribe if you never do so. Put on your notification bell. E go remind you as we drop updates. Make you like, comment, and share our videos. My people, how una dey? Today gist na about former President Goodluck Jonathan and the strong words wey e drop for Benin City as chairman of Chief Mike Oghiadomhe 70th birthday celebration. Jonathan not just come clap and waka go. He used the occasion talk about loyalty, betrayal, and how Oghiadomhe play big role for im political journey. But before I break am down for una, make una hear Jonathan himself as he talk am live for the birthday celebration. Listen well, because he reveal one part of history wey many Nigerians no even sabi.
To talk about my relationship with Mike Oghiadomhe, if you go to the book of Matthew chapter 3 verse 17, during the baptism of Christ, it said that this is my beloved son in whom I believe. Then if you go to Acts 13:22, it talks about David as somebody that God himself said that this is the person after my own heart. These two passages can reflect the relationship between me and Mike Oghiadomhe. And to conclude, let me say that the little successes I made as a president but the little successes we made have to give the 80% success to Mike Oghiadomhe. It's somebody who were deputy governors together, it's somebody I studied and somebody I believed in. And by divine providence, when I moved to Abuja to be the vice president of this country, I recommended Mike Oghiadomhe to be the minister from Edo State. Maybe some people didn't know that. I wanted him to be the minister from Edo State. But no, we had a leader then, Chief Tony Anenih. Tony Anenih had a different person. And of course, my boss then, late Yar'Adua, can never take from the vice president. He has to take from the leader. And because I also expected that, so I did not appoint the chief of staff until I wanted to be sure that the issue of ministers have been sorted out. And when we couldn't secure that, I said, Mike, please just come and be with me as my chief of staff. And that's how Mike came to stay with me as the vice president, my chief of staff from vice president until we move on to become president because of the circumstances. Luckily, we won the first election, but the second one, Oshobule the second one. So the little successes we made is the office of the chief of staff to the president has so many people that tell you I'm senior assistant to the president. Sometimes the president don't even know them. They actually work with the chief of staff. For every letter that comes to the office of the president, it must go through the office of the chief of staff. And a specialist must look through and make a recommendation to the chief of staff, who will summarize it to the president. And when I was in office, I hardly sleep for 3 hours. Because for every sensitive thing, I must go through the file. And I can tell you that there's nothing that Oghiadomhe brought to me that I saw a personal interest in. That's what he was focused on the national interest, the interest of the country, not what he will gain from it, or somebody around him will gain from it. So today, celebrating 70 years, I have to thank all of you that have come here to celebrate my friend. He's my friend, he's my man. I thank you all.
As una don hear from Jonathan mouth directly, the story start many years back when he dey serve as vice president under President Musa Yar'Adua. Jonathan reveal say he actually wan make Oghiadomhe become minister to represent Edo State, but Yar'Adua no gree. Instead, the president choose the nominee wey late Chief Tony Anenih submit. Since the ministerial plan no work, Jonathan say he decide to carry Oghiadomhe come closer as chief of staff. And according to am, that single decision account for almost 80% of the success wey he achieved during im years for office. Jonathan don earlier tok say politics for Naija na politics of betrayal. He remind people how during the 2015 election, he witness betrayal plenty. Politicians wey dey hail you in the morning, by afternoon dem don change mouth, and before night reach dem don shift ground again. He say most of dem words no be check wey you fit carry go bank. But for Oghiadomhe, Jonathan tok say na one of the rare men wen im fit trust with eyes closed, man wey even fit take bullet for am. Now make we reason am well. Dat 2015 election no be ordinary election. Na turning point for Nigerian democracy. For the first time, incumbent president lose election and peacefully hand over. Jonathan still dey respected worldwide for that act. But behind the peaceful concession, e dey tell us now say betrayal nearly finish am. Many PDP governors cross over to APC. Some ministers and allies abandon chief, and even party leaders wey suppose stand by am shift loyalty when tide begin change. If you connect am with Oghiadomhe story, the difference dey clear. While many dey run, Oghiadomhe stand. While others dey chase personal interest, Oghiadomhe stay loyal. That na why Jonathan say appointing him as chief of staff na one of the best decisions of im career. In a system where betrayal na the currency, to find loyalty na like seeing gold for inside desert. But Jonathan words not just about the past, na also warning for the present and future. Betrayal still dey dominate politics. Politicians dey jump from PDP to APC, from APC to LP, and from LP to ADC, depending on where power dey shine. Na same kind betrayal scatter PDP for 2015, and since then the party never balance back. At the end, Jonathan legacy dey built on two things: the betrayal he suffer and the peace he bring by conceding defeat. That decision still dey protect im name globally. But as e remind us now, loyalty no be common commodity for our politics. So the big lesson wey Nigerians suppose carry from Jonathan talk be say, no trust every politician face value. As he put am, morning talk no be afternoon talk, and afternoon talk no be night talk. Na only few people like Oghiadomhe go stand gidigba. As 2027 dey near, Jonathan words fit serve as warning. Make Nigerians shine eye well, because betrayal dey everywhere for our political system. My people, na so the matter be. The question now na, if betrayal na the order of the day, who Nigerians fit really trust going forward? Make una drop una thoughts for comment section. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share this gist as we go continue to dey bring una the real political stories wey matter.